Hey guys, we're gonna wait a minute. Gotta wait for Facebook over here. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. Everybody needs to find another person in their house who is willing to help you today. Okay, they have to be willing to grab you. They have to be willing to hold you, and they have to be willing to not let go unless you force them to let go. Okay, we are going to be doing Hosensul, and because we can't do this, in our live classes and stuff, or our in-person classes, we have to do this at home. Okay, and we got to get the best practice we can. Right, Mrs. Hanson, of course, is going to be helping me, but you need to find somebody who is willing to grab tight and not let go unless you force them to let go. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a minute or two to figure that out, and then we're going to get started. But otherwise, that's it that you're going to need in class today. We're going to do a little bit of light warming up that I'd like whoever's helping you to do also. Can you adjust the camera and your head?
Chair.
But a lot of what we're going to be doing is going to be more standing stuff than almost anything else. But well, there you have it. So, but both of you guys, we're going to warm up, get you guys both stretched out a little bit, and even your partner can be practicing this stuff with you, not just being the person grabbing it. So, take 2 minutes, find that person, and we'll get back.
Mr. Granick.
Awesome. Mr. Granick, it was good to hear from you. Find somebody, be prepared to work. You guys got another minute, so find that person. Preferably somebody who's your size or bigger, but we'll take what we can get. That's kind of what we're stuck with in today's world. So,
Hi, Mom. My mom's on YouTube.
All right, while you guys are doing that, I gotta get my coffee that I left upstairs. Mine. Okay, guys. I hope you've got your partner. Ms. Hanson, if you don't mind writing that into the comments, find a partner. Okay. So we're going to start with a few minutes stretching warm-ups. Okay, it's not going to be anything serious, just stuff to get moving. And by the time you guys get in class, I want you guys already stretched and warmed up, and this should just be kind of a loosening up to get ready to work. Okay, so feet underneath you, legs straight, just touch the floor. Good. Stand up. I'm going to cheat and use the wall a little bit here. Cross your feet and bend over, touch the floor. Keep your back leg straight. Good. Stand up. And switch the other direction. The other direction. I was about to do the same direction. Bend over. And relax. Okay. Feet apart, nice and big. Okay, guys on Facebook, don't worry, you don't really need to see. Just listen, make sure you're listening. Okay, feet apart, toes forward, legs straight, hands right down between your feet. Those of you guys who haven't met her, that white flash that you just saw was our dog Zelda. All right, walk your hands over to the left. And the right. As I said, this isn't for major stretching, it's just help you get moving a little. And back in the middle. And walk your hands out till you're on your toes, keeping those legs straight. Drop your right hip to the ground. You should be twisting yourself just a little bit to do this. Up and drop the left hip. Good. Back up and drop both hips. Your legs should be apart. Don't let your heels roll in and touch the ground. Try to keep them up. And back onto your feet and stand up. All right. One arm across your chest, pull it in. With the shoulders moving. I always start from the bottom, work my way up. It's weird because I have to get my shoulders moving. Otherwise, my back doesn't like to move very well sometimes. And other side. Good. One arm behind your back, behind your head. Pull your elbow behind your head. Keep your head straight up. And lift your chin if you can. And other side. And relax. All right. Stretch the back. I want you kind of close to a wall, but if you notice the wall going like front to back, I'm standing sideways to it. I'm going to take my right hand. My feet are aimed at you. That's a very important thing. Okay, feet forwards. Don't let them turn. Try not to let your hips turn much. And twist. Grab the wall. In a second, I'm going to have to turn around so I can do the other side. Okay, even pull just a little bit. Relax. Turn around. Other side. Twist. Again, trying to make sure that your hips face the same direction as your toes, but that your shoulders are turning. You're twisting your whole spine if you can. And relax. Okay. Last one. Fingers together. Upside down above your head. Feet apart. And roll back. And relax. Okay. So, we're not going to do falls. Okay. We're going to do an entire class, pretty much contact stuff. Okay. So, things that I need you remembering. Your partner. When you grab each other, your job is don't let go. Okay? Make them do the work. Make it difficult for them. Now, that doesn't mean, Ms. Hanson, if I could borrow you here for a moment. She said she was fixing the camera on Facebook, but that's not how it looks to me. But hey, you guys be the judge there.
Sorry, guys.
Good enough. Okay, so when your partner grabs you, I don't care how. Okay, she's gonna grab as tight as she can. Okay, now her hands aren't as big as mine, and she's trying to grab my wrists, and I have problems finding watch bands that fit my wrist. Okay, but her job is simple, not to let go. I can overpower her easily, but my job isn't to overpower her. Okay, it's to outsmart her arm. Okay, things like touching the elbows together. Okay, she's not going to be able to hold on because, quite frankly, she has to be able to grab my wrist when my arm does this. It doesn't work. The human body doesn't work that way. Okay, so it's things like that. Hold on. Don't let go. Okay. If you're parents, if you're working with a kid, don't be nice. Okay. Don't let them out. Don't cheer them on. But I also don't want you guys doing something like this, where you grab your partner, and then as she's starting to get out of it, I start grabbing her and start. Okay. No, you don't need to do all that. Okay. We're going to work one piece at a time. Okay. And yes, that stuff really does happen. Okay. But we need to worry about one little thing at a time. Okay. So your job is just to grab and hold whatever it is we're working on. Okay. We're both going to be over here. Okay. And from every couple of minutes, we're going to be like sneaking around to take a look at TV or monitor screens over here and over here so that we can see if you have questions. Ask. Okay. What happens if somebody grabs me this way? Things like that. Okay. So we're going to start really simple. Okay. Rules. We're going to expose our wrists. You guys don't need to. Okay. We're going to keep our sleeves up as much as we can. It's just there to help you guys so that you can see what's going on. Okay. And some things I'm going to show you, and some things I'm going to have Mrs. Hanson show you, because let's face it, I'm bigger than she is. I better be able to get out of what she does to me. I'm like bigger than she is. Okay. So her being smaller, and this is going to sound rude, and it's not, but smaller and weaker, I am stronger than she is. I hit harder, everything, okay? But she can actually get out of this stuff, okay? So, first, when we're grabbing each other, you will not see us do, here, grab my wrist. We're not going to offer ourselves to each other like that, okay? It's not going to be me pulling my shirt down and moving my collar, choke me, no. Okay, it's me standing here, and either her attacking me or me attacking her. Okay, very important pieces to this. Okay, if you're walking down the street and you're not going to go up to a stranger and say, "Here, grab my wrist," or a weird dog. Okay, so we're here. Miss Hanson, straight grab, please. Sorry, she just did this a few minutes ago. So straight grab, right to left or left to right. Okay, straight between us. Cross grab, please. Okay, right to right. Okay, that's a cross grab. So keep your hand there like you're grabbing Casper. Okay, so she's grabbing Casper. I want you to look at the shape of her hand. Big here, little here. Some of this is going to be a repeat for some of you guys, but it can't be said enough until it's so ingrained in your head that's natural. Okay, big here, little here. Okay, big here, little here. She's grabbing the little part on me with the big part of her. It matters. Okay, I can attack any one of these four fingers or her thumb. Okay, notice I said any one of them, but not all of them. Okay, so this is not breaking the rule because now I have to. Now you can see how she's grabbing, right? Okay, I'm always going to work against the thumb. One thumb versus one finger, the thumb is stronger. Four fingers against one thumb, the thumb is weaker. So no matter what I do, I'm going to work against her thumb. Okay? I'm pulling it, I'm rolling towards her thumb. See how my thumb's rolling the same direction as hers? Look at what her wrist just did. It bent. She can grab as tight as she wants there. I'm out. There's your secret to every wrist grab. Okay? Work against the thumb. Now, every now and then, every now and then, you get somebody who is really big, really strong, and very difficult to work against. So we cheat. Not really, not cheat, but you'll get the idea. Okay? So now I'm attacking her. I just showed you I can get out of her grip really easily. It helps that my wrist is the size of her hand. Okay? Right here, notice that I can touch my fingers together. I've actually worked with people who can cross their finger and thumb. So where's the door? Same place.
Ella.
Excuse us, guys. We have a dog who's trying to eat our couch. Hey, out.
Sorry, guys. Hazards of doing
Taekwondo inside.
taekwondo inside.
She thinks she's lacking attention in this house, too. Okay, so back to what we were doing. So I've got my straight grab here, okay? Mrs. Hanson is going to pick something. She's going to attack my toes, my knee, my groin, my eyes, my throat, okay? All she has to do is a single strike, but at the same time, she has to get out of this, okay? Now, when you're significantly smaller than your opponent, okay, it actually helps to go down. But in this case, I don't want her to do that. I actually want her to bend her elbow this way. See what it's doing to my wrist? Okay, so she's going to strike me. Oh, she hits me in the face. And then that other foot, the one that's on the same side I'm grabbing, she's going to step back, bend her elbow, and bring her hand to her shoulder. And funny thing is if she kept this hand up, hey, look at that, she's in a fighting stance. Okay, I've been struck. She's gotten out of it, and now she's ready to defend herself. Okay, so preferably without striking my face. These are new frames. Okay, she's going to do this a little bit faster now. Okay, and then back. Okay, now there's one thing that I don't want you guys to do. As she steps back, step back. Notice that she's straightening out her arm. I don't want you to do that. I actually want you to start by bending your elbow and then step back. Okay? Go. Bend. And there it is. Okay? Now, it might look like I'm letting go. I'm really not. What's happening is as she's turning and doing this, my wrist is bending. Okay? As her hand starts to come straight back, it's that easy. Okay? There's no way to grip like this. If you guys don't believe me, I want you to go to your backpack, load it up with like 20 books, and then try to pick it up and hold on to it while you're doing that. It doesn't work. Okay? So, does this work? Yeah, please. Okay. Why does it work? First, you're striking them. You're making them think about something else. They're grabbing you because they want control. They want you to be scared. As soon as you strike them, you start changing things psychologically by going, I'm not afraid of you. Okay? Then as you're breaking out of it, you're also saying, I'm not as weak as you think I am. Okay? And then by getting into that fighting stance fast, you're saying, I'm also not afraid of protecting myself from you. Okay? So lots of psychology.
Got a Miss Carr and a Miss Valdez.
Awesome. Miss Carr, Miss Valdez. Hi, we're doing Goes in School. I hope you have a partner. I hope you've already figured that part out. You need one that's not going to be nice to you. Okay, so Miss Carr, that should be easy. Go get Dad. Now, shoot.
It is.
All right, now the cross grab portion works exactly the same. I grab her here. Okay, she's going to strike. Okay, bam, she hits me in the knee. Now, you know, I'm kind of stretching out. I want her to tuck her elbow. Oh, look at that. Except now, look where my thumb is. Look where this doorway is. She's not going to pull to her shoulder. She's going to pull to her opposite hip. Opposite. That would be the same hip. Okay, so we start over. She strikes. Bam. She bends her elbow, and as she steps back, she pulls to the opposite hip. There's that same weird position. Okay, yes, my wrist isn't bent up, but it still works. Okay, now the idea is find where the thumb points. That's the direction you're going. So if my thumb points to the fireplace, that's where she's going to go. My thumb points to you guys, that's where she's going to go. My thumb points up, that's where she goes. Down, that's where she goes. Okay, find the thumb where it points. Now comes the parts that I like better because Well, the less energy you have to use, the better in this situation. Grab her wrist, please. Okay, so it doesn't matter if she grabs me here or if she grabs across. Okay, very funny thing, the human thumb. It's not as flexible as the other fingers. Okay, some people say that they have a double jointed thumb. It's actually not their thumb, it's their wrist. Okay, the thumb stops at a certain point, and then the wrist can bend funny. I can't do it. Okay, but all of a sudden I'm out. All I did was make her bend her thumb. Okay, now is it that easy on somebody who's really strong? No, but okay, no, fair enough. Okay, so we're here. She's gonna force my thumb to bend. Actually, go the other way. Make it go the way it wants. Oh wait, hang on. I'm resisting as much as I can, and yet she's already out of it. Okay, the thumb wants to bend because you're grabbing stuff, so make it bend. Okay, but my favorite thing here, okay, grab a wrist. Okay, is when you take your thumbprint and you put it on their thumbnail, and your fingers go to the back side of the thumb and you squeeze it really tight. Okay, like a clamp. Okay, and if yeah, go ahead. These are working. Grab again. Okay, or you could take your palm and do it. The same thing happens. Okay, now I have to be nice to Mrs. Hanson. Okay, and she's letting go here. Okay, this is kind of how we make a living is with her hands and stuff. So we have to protect them. Okay, but palm the thumb and shove straight back to the arm. Okay? And what happens if you actually strike the thumb at the same time as pushing? It gets better. That's what happens. Okay? Or what happens if you do this all at once? Okay? You get out of it even faster. Okay? Again, the thumb, right? So while you guys are at home, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to practice, and I'm going to throw a little bit of hinting at you guys. Okay? But I want to check, make sure there's the questions and stuff.
And make sure you ask questions. If you're watching, make sure you're asking questions.
Okay. Yes, ask. If you're having problems or if something's not working, let me know. Okay? Kind of why we're doing this, all right? But the thumbs are really cool when you start figuring out what they can and cannot do. Okay? So as you start working your way up the arm, okay, do that. Okay? You start learning about all the little fun things here. Come on. This is the radius. This is the ulna. They're the two bones in the forearm. Right now, believe it or not, they're stacked on top of each other like this. Okay? When I do this, funny thing is up here, the radius is now crossed over to you guys, and the ulna has stayed there. Okay? All it did was turn a little bit, but they cross over. They form an X right up here inside the arm now, with the radius on top. Okay? I start turning it backwards. Wait, watch her arm up here. You know why this is turning? This is turning because those bones aren't crossing over. So this has to turn to compensate for the bones not crossing over. Okay? So we're here. If I bring my palm up, grab nice and tight, just okay, and I keep those bones straight, and I do this. Oh, look at that. Okay? Now we're starting to get into some of like the arm bars and stuff like that. Okay. Now this one really fast, and you have to get out of it fast. I'm here. Okay. I'm making her fingers go. Okay. So what I want you to do is put your palm out like this. I want you to grab your fingers, point them at the ground, and straighten out your elbow. Feel that stretch. Nice and fun. Okay. But really good for those forearms. Make sure you do both sides so we balance it out. And that's what I'm forcing to happen here. Okay. Now, grab my wrist, please. Black belts. I have black belts out there. Okay, or people who are close to black belts. We do this weird thing called a 9-shape block. With that. Okay, 9-shape blocks. They work. Okay. A lot of times we say punch at me. And we do, yeah, okay, it works. But, you know, the truth is, we have releases in our patterns, okay? We're here. So I put my hand, my arm, right on top of her wrist. I bring this up and I push down, okay? I'm getting that elbow to straighten out, potentially bend backwards, but I'm forcing the hand to release because I'm putting all that weird strain across all those tendons and stuff inside her arm, okay? So we just moved from wrist grabs to clothing grabs, and they still look basically the same, okay? So she grabs, okay? I want her thumb, okay? So I'm going to take my fingers. She changed sides on us, so we're changing sides, okay? Notice how I'm turning, okay? Like, ooh, there's a punch, okay? There's a punch, but then you have to wrap over, okay? But this one works, okay? Or I could just slap her. That gets my hand into position. There's her thumb. I grab the thumbnail, and I bring the thumbnail all the way into her palm, so I'm getting her thumb to look like this, okay? And then from here, I just give her hand back. And guess what? If the other hand comes up like it's supposed to, oh, what's that? It's like you're in a fighting situation. Okay? Ready to defend yourself again. Okay? So, again, we're attacking thumbs. Told you, they're awesome. They're great things. Okay? Some of you guys are asking, well, what if you can't get their hand off your clothes? Doesn't matter. Okay? She grabs, I struck her, okay? I caught her thumb, and I've got it pinned right here. Can she use her arm? Not really. Okay. Can she use her other arm? Yes, that's why the other hand is up. So even if she tries to strike me, I can still block. I can still kick. Okay. Knees. Okay. Okay. And then of course you guys know me. This immediately like turns into a takedown. Okay, but we're not going to do that here. All right. So you have all these different releases, and that's all we're talking about. Okay. So I want Miss Stanton to show you this. I'm grabbing. Okay, now some of you guys might have noticed that my thumbs are a little bit goofy. She's grabbing the fingerprint of my thumb and she's gonna peel it back, and I'm gonna resist her as much as I can here. Oh wait, she's using two hands. That's cheating. Not really. Okay. Oh, if she keeps rotating my thumb towards the ground, I'm gonna fall. Okay. Don't bend over though, right? Okay. Neat, like squat. Okay. Use your body control so what your legs are for. Okay. So here, now I want her to do the thumb squeeze. Okay. She's going to use her palm. Even better. Okay. This because I'm trying to force myself towards her and she's forcing my thumb backwards. Okay. Those little tricks. Start rolling the thumb under the palm. And, oh, look at that. Now she's kind of got my wrist up. Okay. And if she takes her right foot and steps towards the fireplace, and she turns her back towards me, oh, look at that. Okay. You have an arm block. Okay. Now, yes, she was grabbing my fingers, which is what you don't want, but it gets her out of it. It gets her behind me in a place that I didn't want her. Okay. It matters because that's how you win. Okay. You don't have to be big and strong to make this stuff work. Okay. In fact, it was designed by people who were not big and strong, so it works. Okay. Now, okay, lapel grab. All right. Just because somebody's grabbing your clothing, believe it or not, she's at the disadvantage. What makes her at the disadvantage? I have two hands and 2 feet to use, 2 elbows, 2 knees. Guess what? She's down to 1 arm, 1 hand and elbow, and she still has her feet. She's down by 1 weapon. So how do I make her go down by a lot of weapons? Well, that's easy. I'm going to grab. Believe it or not, I'm not pushing down. I'm not pushing away. I'm not stepping away. I'm actually going to grab, pull her in, and step. Uh-oh.
You can keep on.
Yep. Okay, sorry guys, we're having a Facebook issue here. So here's the here's the way that this one's going to work. I'm going to have to show you guys kind of alone here for just a minute. It's not that hard, okay? So you got to imagine somebody's Stanton grabbing me, okay? I'm putting my hand on her thumb, okay? Not her wrist, not her arm, but her thumb, and I'm pulling her in and aiming my pinky down. So I need her wrist to kind of do this a little bit. It helps, okay? As she's doing that, I'm going to step forwards, all right? I'm going to punch, or I'm going to kick to make that step happen so that she gets distracted, okay? Because what I want her elbow to do is this, okay? I'm going to go over. I'm going to be attacking her elbow here in a second, okay? So the hand on the same side, down and in, okay? Kick, punch, whatever, okay? Get that elbow to drop. So as her elbow is sitting like this here, okay, I'm going to come under the elbow. I'm going to hook it, okay? So I'm grabbing her elbow underneath on the opposite side, and I'm going to pull her elbow sideways, okay? What that's going to cause her to do is this thing, okay? That's what you want, okay? And as you do that, as you're getting her to turn, I want you to turn around. What's going to happen is they're going to fall, okay? And you got to do it kind of quick. That way they don't have a chance to catch their balance, all right? Facebook post. Right? So take a couple of minutes, guys. Work with those wrist grabs, work with those holding grabs, and then we're gonna, when you come back, well, I'll call you back, okay? We're actually going to move up the chain a little bit here to a choke, all right? And I want you guys asking questions, okay? So what happens if they grab me with two hands? What if they don't grab me the way that you're showing? What if, okay. Ask those questions, because that's what we're going to be doing this whole class, is what if, okay? I bet we're going to have time, so we're probably going to do paragraphs too, okay? And I'm going to let you guys work with those for a minute and a whole bunch of stuff, all right? So keep working, and we'll figure all this out. The only thing is I wish I could actually see what you guys are doing. Makes my life easier as a teacher to be able to see you guys and go, no, move your pinky this much, not that much, whatever. Now, for you guys on Facebook, apologize about the video dying. We don't know how long it died for, but okay, so time out for a second. I'm going to have Mrs. Hanson grab me. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here, okay? I think it's going to be better. Stand on that side, please. Okay, grab me with your right hand. If you guys are wondering why I'm being specific, okay, I don't want her twisting on her left knee. She's not allowed to do that yet. So, okay, so I'm grabbing her hand, okay, I'm pulling in and I'm pushing down. See that? There's that elbow thing I was telling you about, okay? At the same time, start over, grab nice and tight, okay? So we're here. At the same time, boom! See, I pulled her into that, okay? Remember Taekwondo principles of power, mass and acceleration. She's moving at me at a certain speed with her mass. I'm punching at a certain speed, hopefully with my mass, and the two of them collide. Now she's getting hit really hard, okay? Boom, right there, and that's what I want, okay? There's the chin shot. It could be a nose shot. It could be a sternum shot. It could be a kick, okay? She got scared, okay? But I'm after this. My hand comes underneath. I hook her elbow. That's what I meant by hook right here. And I pull it sideways. See that little body twist that I've got? And I told you at the same time you're going to step in and turn around. That's where she goes. Okay. we're in tight quarters, so I'm not actually going to throw her. But I would keep turning, and she would actually, believe it or not, this side of her body would hit the ground back here. Kind of a cool thing. Okay, so one more time.
It's part of the reason why we started white belt and practice falls, so that when you're actually throwing each other, you don't get hurt when you're falling.
Right. Okay. So, bam, right there. There's that strike. Right. Okay. Again, kick, whatever. All right. I grab her here as I step in, and I pull that elbow sideways, and then I turn around. That forces her. See how she's starting to turn. Okay. If I go a little higher on her elbow, see how it's kind of sending her up and over. That's what you're looking for. Okay. Now, remember the point of the strike. It's not really to harm our opponent. Okay, maybe a little bit, but it's not really about harming our opponent. Okay, it's actually about getting them to think about something else, so that they don't see you stepping and rolling and doing all that stuff to throw. Okay, now let me check screen real quick. I want to make sure I'm not doing too much or too fast or too slow or whatever. Okay, so notice that we're steadily getting closer. Okay, so first we did a wrist grab. Okay, where you're getting out of it, right? Okay, now we're close enough that we're grabbing close where you're getting out of it somehow. Okay, and or grabbing that thumb to give it back and then striking whatever. Okay, now we're going to get, it's actually only a few inches closer. Okay, we're going to start with a really easy film one. A single-handed choke. Remember what I said about the thumb, okay? Now I am putting a little bit of pressure on her. You guys see her face, she's uncomfortable, okay? That's the point, a little bit of pressure, but she's not gagging up. Okay, so she's gonna step back and turn towards you. That's where my thumb is. Again, she's going where my thumb is pointing, right? Okay, and ask her, I've actually got pretty big hands. I'm reaching from this side all the way back to the other side of her spine or her neck on the other side. Sorry guys, those technical terms, okay? So I can actually reach all the way around just about with one hand. Okay, it's very uncomfortable for her. She doesn't like it. So she's gonna get out of it. In fact, I'm making her uncomfortable, so she wants to get out of it. Okay? Now, is a one-handed choke dangerous? Sure. But what's it really about? Unless their hand is so big it wraps around your neck completely, I know somebody can do that, even to me, okay? It's more there to scare you into doing what they want. So don't be scared, okay? I'm grabbing. In fact, as I'm grabbing, she's already starting to step back so that I don't get that grip. And you know what the funny part is? My favorite kick comes into play here. She picks it up, there's a side kick to the knee, okay? Or a side kick to the rib, or a side kick up underneath the armpit, okay? Or if you're just being generally rude to the guy who's trying to strangle you, okay, a high twisting kick just as you step back, right to the face. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, so a one-handed choke, find the thumb, step back, go the direction it says. Okay, so my thumb is on her right side, so it's her right side that steps back. Okay, my thumb is on her left side, pointing to her left side, so she steps back to the left side. It's that simple. And then she moves back. Sorry guys, I'm not a fan of staying super close to somebody, but if you're this close to somebody, well, they're in trouble more than you are, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to let her do something that she's been wanting to do for years, I'm sure. Two-handed choke this. Okay, I want her putting pressure. I want her squeezing just a little bit, making me uncomfortable. No, a wedging block doesn't work here. Okay, thumbs. Okay, there's those thumbs again. Okay.
Do that and bend
over. Okay, yep. Okay, so I'm here. She's choking me. My hands come up and around, and I hook. Notice I'm using two fingers here to hook the thumb webs so that I can get in there. Guess what? She can keep her hands here because now she doesn't have a choke. Okay, Now, a lot of people are like, oh, pull them away. No. Here, pull your hands together. Okay? I can't hold on here. I don't want that. I want to be in a position where I can hold. So here, if she tries to pull her hands out, she's a little bit stuck now. I've got her thumbs, okay? I've got her elbows trapped, not her knees, okay? There's my elbow to the head. There's my elbow to the head, okay? I want to keep as much control as I can, especially in a situation like this. Because if they're coming at you with two hands, they're not just trying to, like a two-handed choke, they're not trying to scare you. They're actually really trying to harm you. Okay, they're trying to knock you out. They're trying to do something worse. Don't let them have anything back without making them pay for it. Okay, so choke. She comes up. Believe it or not, this is easier for her. Her fingers are smaller. Okay, and I'm gonna hold on. She's already out, guys. She has. Okay, and I'm struggling. I'm thinking, oh, my thumbs have to get there. I've got to strangle her. And then as she does this, she strikes. Boom. There's my groin. All of a sudden, my grip is lost, and now she's gonna pull straight down here. Okay, notice where my face is. Notice where that back leg is. Guess what's coming next? Right up in between the arms into my face. Okay, that's what I mean by control. Okay, now if you're wondering why did she come to the inside and I went to the outside, face the camera, this is why. My shoulders are this big, hers are this big. Okay, it matters. If your shoulders are already on the inside of the arms, keep them there. Don't try to get them out because you're going to waste a lot of energy and you're going to be fighting their strength. Don't fight their strength. You don't need to. Okay? So, second, I'm choking her. She has a hard time getting to my thumbs because they're like crossed up and all, together like this or something. Okay? Oh, look where she's going. Fingers. Now she's going to come straight down with those fingers, however she can grab. Okay? And then she can do whatever she wants. Okay? Here. All right? Because as soon as she takes my fingers, I'm going to be trying to pull away. Well, that helps her. Okay? Just hold. Okay? So all she's going to do is hold. I'm going to do the movement here. Oh, I don't like that she's grabbing my fingers. Okay? So I start to pull back. Oh, holy cow. It helps her, guys. Okay? I mean, this is taekwondo. You want to go now? Okay. Okay. So I do have to work. All right. So this stuff really does work. Okay. Now you might be asking yourself, well, that's fine if they reach out and grab you. Well, what if they pull you in and grab you, right? Okay, like they wrap their arms around you. Well, first, face the camera. Okay. Or face me. I like to call this a dumb attacker and a smart attacker. Okay. Here is a dumb attacker. Okay. I just gave up everything I have to defend myself with. Okay. Her hands can strike my head. Her elbows can strike my face, my neck, my jaw. Okay. Her knees can. I have no protection. Okay. All because I think I'm big and strong and okay. Not a smart attacker. They do that. First say thank you, confuse them, and then go to town. Okay. Elbows, knees. I mean, you can throw them from there. You can get their eyes. You can get their hair.
Just as an aside, biting.
Teeth. Humans have teeth. We have these things called canines. They're a little bit longer and pointed, and they're on the top. They're on the. I mean, use them. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't taste good, but there you go. Okay. Second dumb attacker. I'm facing her and I wrap my arms around her arms. This is no better. Okay. I mean, see, she can still strike. Okay. She still has her hand. She still has her knees. And this is all I can do while I'm holding on. That's good for her. Okay. So they come up to the front and they are facing you like this. Just start attacking immediately. Okay. Hit the groin, hit the face. Go for the body. Go for the ribs. Okay. They're giving it to you. You might as well say thank you because they're being a little bit nice on that. Okay. But smarter attacker, okay? This way, because at least here, I'm not facing her. I'm not giving up a lot, okay? What I am giving up, my fingers, okay? So I've got her, okay? I could squeeze tight, and she doesn't, okay? So what she's going to start doing, she's actually going to start attacking the backs of my hands with her knuckles, okay? Kind of like a drum, but at the same time, she's going to pick a direction, step into a deep sitting stance, and pull me down. And she's going to push herself up against me to help throw me off balance, okay? And at the same time, she's going to start going after my fingers. Okay, there we go. See, there it is again. All right? And now Mrs. Hanson is a lot nicer than I am. Okay? It's true. Okay? Hug Casper for me. Okay? So she's got Casper like this. Okay? And she likes to do this with fingers to pull the hands away. I like to do this. Right here. Break it. Okay? Now I know that hand can't come against me again. Not easily. Okay? So this finger just gets broken right there on the spot. Then I might pull on it some more because that really hurts after that, and then get their hands off. Okay? But she's nice. She likes to get those fingers and get you in pain and then pull your hands off. Well, that's because she's nicer. I would rather the person pay for it and not be able to do it to another person a few minutes later. Okay? So it's not smart versus not smart, guys. It's just two different personalities. Okay? So what happens if I get her like this? The same thing, okay? She's going to step into that sitting stance, nice and deep, and push herself right up against me to throw me off balance. Oh, see, she's already got one of my pinkies. Oh, there it is, okay? So she's got that, all right? Now, once she's out, she's going to step forward and turn and face me. Oh, look at that. Okay, she even brought her hand up to kind of get myself to bend. Now, oh, man, there's some ribs, okay? So, releases, escapes. It's all about just being smarter than the bad guy, which really shouldn't be that hard, really, okay? Unless they're wearing some metal gauntlet that keeps their fingers from bending backwards, okay? Protects the back of their hand, which they don't, okay? That's the start, okay? So there's your wrist releases, your clothing, your chokes, okay? Now, one of the questions that I've gotten several times in the past, what happens if they grab you with two hands on the clothes? So we're going to take a step back now. She grabs with two hands. Do the rules change? No, the rules don't change. Okay, except now she's missing two weapons. This isn't such a bad situation, believe it or not, okay, because I can reach across. Now I've got both arms checked a little bit while I strike, okay? Well, what if their arms are longer? Well, that's fine. Grab both of them and kick. Kick. That's what we have our feet for, right? Okay, and as soon as you feel, grab, part of the reason why you're grabbing is to feel, okay? Squeeze and let go. Squeeze and relax a little. You can't really feel that difference, especially when you know you're trying to punch them, okay? So I do this so that I can feel that she's tightening up, and when there it was, she just relaxed, okay? So that now I can take those thumbs, okay? See if it's like, have you guys ever done the flight simulators? Like, okay, that's what it is, but with the tops of the thumbs, okay? And, okay, so the rules don't change just because they're using two hands. Okay, sometimes they get better. Both wrists. So she grabs both my wrists. Well, relax for a second. Okay, grab both my wrists. I'm going to see that coming, right? That she's starting to lean down and reach towards my wrists. So why not kick first, okay? But if you don't see it coming. You're talking to your friends and, oh, she's got my hands. Ah! Oh, wait. Let me show you that in slow motion. Ah! Oh, there's those thumbs. She let go. Don't let go. Come on. Okay. Oh, there's my release. My hands are up. Her hands are down. There's my punch. There's my kick. Okay. Everything we do is designed to get you in the best possible position. Fast, easy, very little effort. Taekwondo, maximum result, minimum effort. Okay. So I'm going to move on to a couple of tools. Like this one. Okay. Call this. Well, there it is. Middle knuckle fist. Okay. So everybody knows about punching to the face. But what about taking that knuckle right next to the throat? Okay. Coming across this way. Up underneath the nose. Okay. Taking that middle knuckle fist right inside the floating ribs. Okay. Some people say this is useless. Well, I got news for you. Sometimes this just doesn't work. Okay. If the guy is really big, really muscular, okay, and you're punching as hard as you can in his stomach, and you hit him in his head, and you hit him in his head, and it's not working, go smaller. Don't go bigger. Go smaller into smaller targets. Here, here, right up under the chin. There's that nose strike. Now you've got your floating ribs. Okay. Great tools. Okay. Now, I think, let's see, I see that we've got 7 minutes left. And, all right, we're going to talk about some of the weird positions for just a minute, okay? So, Mrs. Hanson knows this one. She actually, those of you guys who don't know, she has a twin brother who's, well, he's as tall as I am. Okay. Or I should say, he's my height. Tall is not probably the right word, okay? He's skinnier now, okay, but he used to be kind of thicker like I am, okay? So, used to do this. Okay, yeah, see, she's already happy about it, okay? Believe it or not, she's in a better position. Okay, if you notice, she's turned her chin towards me. Okay, now she can breathe. Okay, she's going to take her hand that's next to my elbow and put her hand right on the back side of my elbow, like she's about to push off, because that's what she's going to do. And then she's going to take her back hand, this one over here, she's going to come straight up between my legs. Oh, whoa. Now she's hitting me in like my butt cheeks or my tailbone, and she's going to pull her head back as she pushes. Now who's in a good position? That right leg that she stepped back with, right into the back of my thigh with her knee. Oh. Okay, like I said, now who's in a good position? Okay, all I'm going to do is start hurting. Okay, so one more time. Headlock, right? Okay, she gets her chin ready. She gets her hand ready. There's the elbow. She comes up, whoa, just to surprise me, just makes me think about something else. Now, if I happen to move forward, then she does a full kick. Okay, if I don't move forward, she does a knee. Okay, very, very, very easy thing. Okay, nothing is that hard. Okay, now I have to do these to Mrs. Hanson because I don't think she could get her hands into position with some of this. Okay, but we call this like a Nelson, right? All right, so they're holding you here like this. Well, how do you get out of it? It's actually pretty simple. Okay, I want her to move both feet at the same time if she can, or take one big step with one that's fast and sit and pull her elbows down, not lift her hands up. She's not going to try to lift your hands straight up. She's not going to try to slip out because all I have to do is lean back. Okay, but if she pulls down as she sits, nope, my hands come apart and okay, her body weight is what's pulling my hands apart. Okay, and quite frankly, the guy has to be incredibly strong to be able to resist this. Okay, so one more time, we're going to do it facing the camera straight on this time. Okay, so we're here, got her like this. She steps out, she pulls straight down with her elbows all at once. Okay, and that. I'm not going to fight that. Okay. Now, what's the escape? Elbows. They're great. They're already set up. They're down. Elbows straight back. Okay. So we're here. She steps out. She pulls down. elbow straight back. If I'm looking one way, as soon as this elbow, she feels it doesn't hit hard, she just brings the other one straight back, fast. Okay? And then she could step forward.
Or if, okay, so just so you know, if he's taller,
Okay.
so for those of you who know Mr. Johnson, I couldn't reach his face if I tried.
Nope.
Okay? So as we drop down, I'm aiming more for rib cage, and as he bends over,
okay.
Then
Yes.
I come up for his face.
Right. Okay. So absolutely. Okay. Again, we don't just hit the chest. Okay. We're hitting the floating ribs, the solar plexus, the collarbones, the clavicles up here. Right. Okay. So many ways of getting out of so many different things. Okay. And the answer is simple. Be smarter. Okay. If you're going to do it, do it. Okay. Can't go slow. If you are fighting with your muscle, okay, I've got her here, and she reaches over, and she's going to try to peel my hands off, okay? Now she's starting to fight muscle on muscle. I'm going to win this fight, guys. I don't have to put out the strain she does, okay? So don't fight muscle, okay? Move fast, make your decision, distract, release, counterattack, okay? Some people will call it retaliation. It's not retaliation, okay? It's escaping, okay? In order to escape, you have to make sure that person can't come after you. So you're going after knees, you're going after, floating ribs, solar plexus, nose, throat, okay? I'm not a fan of striking straight into the throat, but going for the sides of it, that's something that the most likely are going to, A, live through, okay? But B, it hurts more anyways, okay? So going cheekbones, okay, right here under the eyes, okay, not the eye socket, believe it or not. You punch somebody in the eye socket, it doesn't do a lot. But the cheekbone right inside here, okay, this right here, this processes, that's a bone that connects two other bones and has gaps around it, okay, right here, guess what? That's knife hand strike right there. Now you're talking about blinding them, where they actually have to go in and a doctor has to set those bones like any other. Okay? They're not very strong. They're just there. Okay? Mrs. Hanson has experience in this, by the way. Okay? Ears. Cupping the hands and striking one or striking both. Okay? You're adding air pressure to it, and it's just a little, it's like a drum, like a musical drum. That's why they call it the ear drum. Okay? And, that hurts. Okay? Right? The last one we're going to do is hair. All right? So, grabbing from the front, grabbing from the rear, it doesn't matter. It's the same. Okay? You grab. You get grabbed. Not you do the grabbing. You get grabbed. Okay? One-handed, two-handed is worse for me than it is for her. But one-handed, which is what usually happens, she's going to reach up with both hands. She's not grabbing my hand, guys. She's actually going to squeeze down and try to get my hand to mash into her head. It doesn't feel good on her skull. But as soon as she does that, she's going to kick. She's going to get a reaction out of me somehow, even if it's just okay? And then she's going to pick a direction. And her elbows, she likes that one. I don't like that one much. My hair gets pulled, okay? But she does have a good idea. And then she's going to kick me in the back of the leg. Okay, the ones I prefer. Okay, she grabs. She's just going to keep holding on right there, and she's going to pick an elbow, and she's going to send that elbow under my arm as she steps with it. Okay, nope, not straightforward. Turn, spin. You have to think, no. You got to think dancing, Mrs. Hanson.
Okay.
Neither do I, but okay. So her elbow comes under. Oh, see, now she's spinning. Look at that. Okay, all that happens. Okay, now if she holds on, and my hand stays on her head, she turns once, and she's got me sitting on her head like this. Okay, so elbow, yep, grab same way, grab the same way. No, smash my hand. There we go. Okay, now pick an elbow, send it under my arm. Okay, keep holding, make my hand turn. There it is. Okay, so now she's kind of got a release. She brings the other elbow underneath, Now she's got a little bit of an arm bar. Now I want you to do it all over again. Same direction. Yep, keep turning, keep turning. Guess what? That's a broken arm. Turn once more. And now my shoulder comes out. And I'm on the ground, and my head has struck the ground, okay? Once is a release, twice is a control, 3 times, the arm's gone. The arm is destroyed, okay? End up breaking one of these two, maybe even my wrist, okay? To break my femur, pull my shoulder out of socket. Lots of stuff happens, okay? And the faster you do it, the more effective that is, okay? She might not have seen that one, or she might not like that one because it's spinning, okay? Probably the spinning. So
it's the spinning. I've seen it.
Yeah. I like the spinning one because it's more fun for me. All right. So anyway, thank you. We're going to be doing some more of this stuff next week. So next week, be prepared. Have somebody who can do this stuff with you. If you have questions, let us know. We have cards, punch cards for classes, so that our classes that are in the park, you do have to buy one of those passes to be able to work out. There's 4 punches. That means you can go to 4 classes before you have to buy another punch card. 4 punches are $30. 8 punches are $55. Every punch card after that is $10, but not, your first month is $55 or $30, and then the next month is $10. No, okay, it's for a family member, okay? So if you buy yours at full price, and your wife, your husband, your kids, your dog, we don't teach dogs, but you get the idea, are $10 for their cards. And then when they're full, you pay full price for the first one, $10 for each one after that again. Okay, so you do have to have those. We are, as per the state, we are requiring that you have a mask. Okay, it is our choice, and we don't care how old you are. Okay, if there's a 2-year-old in class, we're going to make them wear a mask. Okay, it sounds mean and cruel maybe, but the truth is, it's not just for the kids' protection, but it's for everybody else's protection. Okay, so if you show up and you don't have a mask, we're going to tell you you can sit in your car and watch. Okay, so just as an FYI, keep that in mind. If you have any questions, please ask, guys. Momsanyong-TKD is the website. Find Momsanyong on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Everybody, forget. Anjo. Mukyan. Good. Raise your hand. Student no. I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect my instructors and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I will be a champion of freedom and justice. I will help build a more peaceful world. And the tenets: courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirits. Forget. Savaminke, Kunye, Kwan. All right. I will see you guys later. I will see you next week. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let us know.